Hey, what is up guys? So we got a pretty sick replay for you guys today. It's going to be two, I would say, decks that are under the radar. This is going to be Heraldic Beast versus Archfiends. You know, two decks that really don't see too much play, but you know, they're not bad decks and they keep on releasing some small support for it. So maybe in the future, these decks will be pretty good. So this is actually a really good game too. So I will be pausing some of the moments just to kind of explain what's going on, as well as, you know, just other tips that should be mentioned. One thing with the Heraldic Beast player, Leo, his effect gets activated whenever he's sent to the graveyard, regardless if it's you know, from the deck to the graveyard or the hand to the graveyard. So that is really good in that aspect, that he can be used as XYZ material and then still get his effect. So that's just one really good side on the Heraldic Beast Leo. So he's not like Sanguine where it has to be sent from the field to the graveyard. So he goes ahead and makes number 18. I'm not sure if this card is out yet, but this card is absolutely fantastic in the deck. Its main effect basically is when this card is sent to the graveyard, you get to send 2 Heraldic Beast monsters from your deck to the graveyard. The other effect is really conditional. If you really want to go ahead and pause and read it, but it's kind of irrelevant in most games, I would say, anyways. But nonetheless, it's not, you know, bad to have extra effects in Yu-Gi-Oh, right? But anyways, basically, with Leo, you can only have Leo's effect activated once per turn, so you can't dump like triple Leo. You know, that would be absolutely ridiculous, and the deck would be like really, really good in that aspect. But yeah, it's just good just to dump the Abercrombie, which we'll get into a little bit later. So he goes ahead and kills Trick Archfiend, which just allows him to go ahead and add a Archfiend card, and it's going to open up this really good combo that he's going to have. So he's going to go ahead and activate the field spell. He's going to normal summon this card without tributing. This card is basically like a Master Hyperion. You just banish an Archfiend card. That does, however, include Archfiend's Roar, which is a trap card that is kind of like a, I don't know if you want to call it like a Call of the Haunted, because it doesn't attach to the monster. And you also have to pay 500 life points, which kind of sucks, because sometimes you end up paying too much life points and you end up losing from it. But anyways, he's going to go ahead and pay 500, and then he's going to go ahead and special summon Trick Archfiend. And then he's going to activate Genesis Archfiend's effect, and he's going to be able to banish Archfiend's Roar. He's going to be able to pop the Fiendish Chain. And if you're wondering why didn't he activate Fiendish Chain, well, I'm not positive if this is a condition that, you know, happens regardless, because there are cards that, you know, have this condition where even if their effects are negated, it has to happen. Like the Quacky Mirrors are one of those cards. But anyways, he has the effect of, if you normal summon it without tributing, it gets destroyed during the end phase. Now, there is a card that can technically help out, but he's not playing that specific Archfiend card. But he is playing the other Archfiend Palace card, which allows him to banish the Trick Archfiend and then special summon this card from his hand, because it's the same level as the other monster that he targets with Archfiend Palace. Now, Archfiend Empress and the Genesis Archfiend kind of have this loop combo, which we'll briefly check out once it actually goes off. So he's going to go ahead and attack. He's going to get lots of effects. He's going to get Leo's effect, then he's going to get the number 18's effect. So he's going to be able to dump a bunch of monsters into the graveyard. So it helps his deck speed itself up really fast. So this card dies, but it's perfectly fine, because this card essentially just brings it back anyway. So it's a pretty awesome effect. So that's a Heraldic Beast player's turn, but unfortunately he gets chained when he goes for the Abercrombie, and then he's going to go ahead and activate the field spell that gets rid of the Archfiend player's field spell. So that's pretty good in that aspect. I'm going to go ahead and set a Mirror Force, but this is a really good card. This card over here, like, it's another form of brain control. This card is absolutely ridiculous for that deck. I mean, you could run 3 of these. So it isn't equipped, so I mean, technically you can get MST'd, but I mean, the 800 life points is like really, really minimal, and you get to you know, just take the monster immediately. It's not like where a brain control you have to pay immediately. You only have to pay. Oh no, you take 800 points of damage during each of your opponent's standby phases. So like, you can just like XYZ with the thing, and then they wouldn't get the effect anyways. But it's good that he keeps this out here instead of XYZing, because he gets the effect of Archfiend Cavalry, which we'll briefly check out really soon. So he's going to get Archfiend Empress effect, which special summons the Genesis Archfiend, and then Cavalry special summons the Archfiend Empress, and that is absolutely ridiculous. But the thing is, this has, you know, technically a downside. It was kind of used for this like rank 6 play, but it's kind of irrelevant in this deck because I don't think he's playing it. But pretty cool combo right there. He just like looped his stuff. It's like, you Mirror Force? It's cool, more cards. And then the player that's playing Heraldic Beast Dark Holes, and he's like, it's cool, I get all my stuff, but he basically gets back his Genesis Archfiend anyway. So you can see the kind of small little loop engine that it has going for it. But he's going to activate Advanced Heraldry Art. Now, at first I was thinking, why didn't he just activate both of these? And I don't know if he plays 2 of the cards that he's going to bring out, but he's going to go ahead and XYZ for number 101 Silent Honors Knight. This card is absolutely ridiculous. So basically, you detach 2 from it, and then you get to take a special summon monster and attach it as material. and it has the effect of if it would be destroyed, you can detach one material instead. So this card is absolutely ridiculous. And I was wondering, why did he Dark Hole? Perhaps he was unaware of that little like combo that it just brings stuff back, but he kind of already saw that with Mirror Force, so he might only just have room for one, because I would understand. Actually, you know what? This is a replay. We can check his extra deck, and he only actually has one. Okay, I gotcha. I understand why. But, you know, going for two of these and, like, you know, taking both of them, that would have been a really cool play as well. That way, they wouldn't be in the graveyard for him to have potentially later for, you know, more plays. But nonetheless, he gets the effect of Leo once again. That's absolutely ridiculous. He's also playing this Heraldry Augmentation, which is a pretty good card in the deck. So Psychic type XYZ monsters can't be targeted by Spell Trap. Now, I really feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! As a game, it's pretty much gotten to the point where it's all about monster effects. You know, making it so you can't be targeted by Spell and Traps is kind of mediocre. Monster effects have just gotten way out of control, especially since a lot of like the high tier decks just run too many monsters to the point where they will just, you know, just eat up your back row before you even get a chance, or they'll just summon their monsters that are unaffected by, you know, your back row anyways. But this is absolutely ridiculous. He's going to be able to go at... You can activate as many advanced heraldry arts as possible. Oh, also the field spell has another effect. The other effect that, you know, can't be targeted, it's pretty good. But you can discard one Heraldic Beast monster to add one Heraldry spell / trap from your deck to your hand, except for Heraldry Augmentation. And then if you activate this effect, you can't normal or spell summon any monsters for the rest of the turn except for Psychic, XYZ monsters, and Heraldic Beast monsters. So it kind of has some limitations, but, you know, it's irrelevant because this card's a pretty good card. You know, you can make this card. He doesn't actually end up making it right now, but this card's a pretty awesome card. Basically, it steals effects. So he's going to be able to Chidori that card. He chains it anyway, so less damage taken, always good. So our Archfiend player is going to take a bunch of damage this turn, but he's not dead yet. So he has a duality. At this point, you know, this is kind of a bad hand, but draws a tour guide. Goes good in here, and that's a really cool card. Number 49, Fortune Tune, because this card cannot be targeted by card effects. So this is like the better defensive play now. Like Zenmaines used to be where it was at, but Zenmaines could get, you know, big-eyed. You could bounce it back with like a lot of other things. So this is, I guess, the go-to card now because I believe the Photon Player Operative. Also, there's Black Ship, you know, Corn, and that card also got a reprint. So you know, this card is just, it's the better like rank 3 defensive card now. So he's going to go ahead and attack it, and then he's going to be out of card because that card, I believe it's let me read its effect again. So if this card is sent to the graveyard because of a card effect, so I guess detaching does count for it, so that is really cool, and it doesn't have to be sent from the field to the graveyard. So if I recall right, it gets its effect when you Foolish Burrow or Armageddonite that card. But anyways, he's going to be able to go ahead and recycle some cards because Fortune Tune has... I'm going to go to that card's effect. Where is it? When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you get target 2 level 3 monsters in the graveyard and shuffle them both into that. I believe, yeah, that is a mandatory effect. So, I mean, I guess you can argue that it is kind of bad in one sense. But Power of Duality over here, going to go ahead and add that Torrential Tribute. This is a sick combo that our Archfiend player has. He goes ahead and activates the lure because at this point he might be thinking he's in a really bad spot. Nah, don't disagree with him, but he ends up drawing another Archfiend's Roar, so he has to lose some cards with that Lure of Darkness. But anyways, this is a really sick play from our Archfiend player. He's going to activate Archfiend's Roar. You can activate this whenever. And then once the monster is special summoned, he's going to go ahead and activate Torrential Tribute. He brings back Cavalry. So when this card is destroyed by a card effect, you get to target one Archfiend monster in your graveyard, and you get to special summon it. So that's really good. He's obviously in superior advantage right now because he gets to bring back this card. And remember, guys, once this card dies, he gets to bring back the Archfiend General. So that is pretty sick. But this card gets to survive because... you know, has that effect where it can detach. But Archfiend Emperor's 29 beater on the field, pretty good effect as well. Our player is going to go for a XYZ play. And had he had another one of those, what is it, number 101 Silent Honors Knight, yeah, that would have made it game. That card was just way, way too good. I think this card is just, I mean, these Yu-Gi-Oh cards just keep on getting better and better. Such a sick game so far. And he's going to be able to detach Leo and add another card. And this card is going to be at 3,000 attack. Or I'm sorry, well, I don't know why they have to make it so confusing. It gains 1,000, then your opponent loses 500. Basically, it still comes down to it becomes 3,000. Like, that's the easier way to do the math on that, because you guys know I struggle with math. But anyways, he attacks over it because it has 29, so he takes 100 damage. Then it gets a special summon Genesis Archfiend. Now, I don't know if it was the best idea to do that for let's see what card would have been better to actually make. Well, he couldn't have made this card because that would have been a bad card to make. How much defense does it have? It's got 21. Man, I would have probably... Well, he can't go for Chidori, can he? I can't. Okay, Leo was Earth, so that would not have been an option for him. But nonetheless, he's got this card out, and this card, you know, obviously it wrecks people's days. So he's gonna go ahead and pop the back row, then normal summon another Genesis Archfiend without tributing, and then he's gonna go ahead and get those nasty attacks in for a game. So pretty sick gameplay. I want to say thank you to Orez for sending me this sick replay in. That is a really cool deck, man. I personally have tried Archfiend Empress. For me, I don't really like drawing the card because that field spell where you get to you special summon from the, I think, hand, deck, or graveyard, and I just don't like drawing the card. But nonetheless, there is builds with trade-ins. I've seen people play those, but really cool deck from both players, and it definitely shows the potential of both these decks. I mean, they're releasing a little bit of support here and there for the Heraldic Beast. And I don't know if we're getting more support for the Archfiends, but they are a pretty cool archetype, and they are, you know, not a deck that, you know, can be brushed off. I think that in the future, if they just release like 1 or 2 more really insane cards, plus you have, you know, so many cards that just get like really amazing searches in the deck. But I can't really think of anything other than maybe like Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, which is probably going to be sided decked a lot this format. I mean, Dark Worlds are kind of, you know, a big thing this format because, I mean, nothing's gotten hit and, you know, players already have the deck. So we'll have to see what is in store for Archfiends in the future as well as Heraldic Beasts. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Oh, I want to mention this thing also. Down below in the description box, me and Pink Reaper on my gaming channel, we did this game. It's called Crayon Physics, and it is just absolutely a blast to play, and it's really funny. We're solving a lot of these puzzles by drawing dicks. So if you're immature and you want to have some laughs with us, hey, check it out. I'll leave a link down below in the description box. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Asian Ice out.